Happy Australia Day.
Happy Australia Day.
With Japanese beer. But anyway, thanks guys. Welcome to the first video of the year and Australia Day weekend. You may know this lunatic from a previous episode.
Cowpants.
Cowpants girl, that's right. My eldest daughter Emily. Today I am making Lamingtons. Now, origins of Lamingtons I didn't even look into, but as far as I'm concerned they're an Australian delicacy. So, quite simply, it is a sponge, like a butter sponge, vanilla sponge, and it's coated in chocolate and some desiccated coconut. Bit of jam in the middle. You can add a bit of jam and cream if you like. But yeah, so as always, I'm doing it off grid, which means a spoon. Got my butter, so 85 grams of softened butter, and well, we've got 2/3 of a cup of caster sugar. Then I'll get into the fun part, and this is where kids come in great for this sort of thing when your arm starts getting tired. And all we're looking to do here is bring it all together, and you just want to beat it. Normally, if you know, with a Mixmaster, a KitchenAid, whatever you happen to have, a Kenwood, chuck on there and you just let it go to town until it's nice and pale and all incorporated nicely. It'll get nice and light and fluffy. But for me, because I'm stupid enough to do it old school, like Grandma would have done, I just got to try and work it. And the more you work it, the more it's going to start to mix easier. Probably a smaller bowl would be handy too.
Don't talk about my cooking.
Well,
Oh, bloody flies.
so I'll tell you what I'll do. I'm going to hand this over to Jen so she can do a bit of mixing. So hold it like I had. You've got to hold it like, that's it. Get in there and you've got to really, harder, harder. There we go. Would you like some Airguard?
Yes.
Another Aussie icon. I'll go get some Airguard.
Is it a spray on? Oh,
No,
roll.
to roll. Don't get on your mouth. It tastes terrible, doesn't it?
Oh.
That's come together nicely there. Now, in all honesty, if I'm away, I'd probably be using like a little hand beater or something. But I like to just prove that you don't have to. You know, you don't make excuses, just get in there and give it a crack. Got numb?
Got numb.
Right, so there you go. See how it's starting to pale up nicely now? That's what you're sort of looking for. So, from here, I'm going to incorporate the eggs. So, just do one egg at a time, make sure you mix them in nicely. You want to try and mix it until you sort of, it'll go curdle. It'll look like sort of, yeah, a little bit curdly, but you just simply, I'll put you over there. You put enough on? Jeez.
One with the bugs.
You want with the bugs? Chuck the next one in. Where's that going? That's going to blow away in this wind, isn't it?
I see.
Yeah.
Put it on the fire.
As I say, this is a very simple butter cake, but I find it works well. Now I've made this ingredients list up so it works for a small tin in the camp oven. Now I've got a 12-inch camp oven and I've got a 20 by 20 centimetre square tray, which you'll see soon fits in there perfectly. Yeah, If you want to make up more, well, quite simple, just double your mix. Put in whatever you like. Yeah, that's how it's all coming together. I'll chuck in some vanilla, roughly a teaspoon, be generous. Close enough to teaspoon.
Yeah, close enough.
You want to give that a mix? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my lovely assistant here to go into the fridge inside, and that cup exactly like you just threw on the fire, in the fridge I've got some milk that I measured out earlier, because I forgot to bring it out with me. So the eggs are nicely incorporated now. Now, as you can see, I don't know, I've got a third camera going this year, so hopefully I'll be able to get a better third camera soon. So as you can see, that's all incorporated nicely. Now, all I need to do now is combine the flour and the milk. And just like that, my lovely assistant has brought me out the milk. About 90 to 100 ml. Don't want to just bung it all in, so I'm going to add some, you want to chuck in probably half of that flour first. Maybe a little bit more. Yeah, we'll go with that. So, you don't want to go too hard on it, you just want to incorporate it nicely as it comes together. Once it starts to come together, we'll do the same with the milk. We'll add half the milk, give it another mix. Add half the milk. And so that's about 90 mils of milk there. It's a fairly thick batter, so you want it to. I'm happy with that. You want to chuck the rest of that flour in for me, please? Give it a bit of a tap on the side. Alright, you want to give that a bit of a stir. So while Emily's sitting there stirring away and all the cameras are on her, it's a good time to get the camp oven sorted. Get your temperatures up to speed. Add the rest of the milk. You've done a pretty good job there, Em. Right. Emily's always liked leaving a bit in the bowl so she can devour it later, but we're going to put it all in, aren't we?
So save a little bit for me.
Right there. I was going to use that to sort of, now you need to spread it out, and I'd normally use a spatula to spread out the, you didn't lick this, did you?
No. Only the camera knows.
I'll find it in editing anyway. So anyway. You just want to sort of spread it out nice and evenly across the tin. And it's really as simple as that.
Yeah.
I don't know if the camera can see that one there. I'll try that camera there just in case something ain't working. So, right out. So from here, I need to set up camp oven, which I've done. You'll notice here, this is a handy little way of getting it out afterwards, because it's sort of a shallow cake, obviously for the Lamingtons, makes it a little bit difficult to sort of pop out. So all you do is by overhanging your sides, gives you like a little handle to pull it out afterwards. So,
You lick it.
tastes like Aerogard. Anyway, so you're looking at it about 185, 190 degrees Celsius. I'm preheating the oven now. I'm going to do my old paper test just to make sure that it's getting close, and we'll chuck it in and we'll see how it goes.
See, it's on flame, but
Yeah.
it's
Come down here. Crouch next to your father. Now, I'm going to get Emily here to explain camp oven temperatures, because she seems to know what she's talking about. So Em, can you please explain to us how I get rough camp oven temperatures before cooking?
when you put the paper towel in it,
Right.
and it doesn't catch on fire, but it starts to go it's to burn away the paper, but it's on fire.
So what you're trying to say is you're not...
It's not on fire, but it's burning.
So if the paper was burning, what would you think?
It's warm. It's hot. Good to bake.
So what you so I interpret that as if the paper's burning or on fire as such, it's probably too hot to be putting anything in there. Right,
Yeah.
right.
Because it burns.
Yeah, because if it burns that, it's going to burn whatever you're cooking. Would that be correct? Right, okay.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
So if say, for this example, we're using a bit of paper towel. You know, everyone seems to have a bit of paper towel. If not, a bit of newspaper. So if you put your said bit of paper towel in the camp oven, and say it started to brown off, but it wasn't on fire, it wasn't burning, it wasn't going black, would you say that was pretty good? So that'd be getting good. So like a dark brown's probably going to be getting up around what? Would you say probably 200 degrees?
180 fan force.
That's actually pretty clever, yeah. So what we're looking for here, I'm hoping the camera will pick this up. As you can see there, so this bit of paper that's nearly blowing out, it's just starting to brown off. It's going a bit of a lighter colour, and to me that says that's probably around that 180, 185. I'm going to chuck this in. Em, would you like to do the honours and go grab me the tin, please? That time kids started paying for themselves. Right, now would you like me to put it in?
Put it in. I'll probably drop it, but I'll put
That's
it
right.
in.
That's why I suggested if you want me to do it. Careful, careful. Nicely done.
Paper's still in there.
That don't matter. The paper shouldn't burn anyway, if the temperatures are right. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to give that at 20-25 minutes, and halfway through this, I'll just rotate. So I'll rotate the oven around just in case there's a couple of hot spots underneath, and I'll just give the lid probably a 180 degree turn as well, just to sort of try and even out temperatures. Plus I've got a little fire going off to the side here too, so be aware that there's going to be a bit more heat on this side of the oven. So it's always handy, just give them a rotate and just make sure that everything stays nice and even temperature. Also be aware of wind. You know, wind can play a bit of a factor in that too. Thankfully we're sheltered here, so I'll come back here in roughly 20 minutes. We'll have a look. Just going to have a quick look under here. Oh, I'll tell you what. That's coming out clean. Oh. That is done to an absolute treat. Yeah, no, pretty chuffed with that. And just for shits and giggles, have a look. Notice how that cooked there, that paper is still nice and light and brown. That just goes to show when you got your temperatures right, makes all the difference. As I was saying before, with this, I should be able to just very carefully lift it up off the ground without it doing its thing. I'll just have to move a bit around the edge here. Alright, we'll take two of that one. I should. Here we go, look at that. Oh, it smells alright too. Does it smell good, Em?
Yeah.
Yeah? Em's sitting on top of the spar still. Hey? I've just got to work. I'm going to try. I just want to get that out. See, even underneath there, notice how it's actually, it's that shocking word that everyone loves, moist. It's very moist underneath there. It's perfectly cooked. I'm going to let it cool down for a little bit. Then once it's cooled down, I'm going to cut it into portions. So I'll probably go 3, 6. I'll get about 9 large lamingtons out of this. Then I'm going to chuck them in the freezer for about 45 minutes to an hour. What that does, it just allows it to be a bit more stable when you dip it in the chocolate icing, and don't have crumbs and crap going everywhere. And it also allows the internals to stay a little bit moist. So what I'll do is, while it's in the freezer, I'll get my sauce and that ready. So in the meantime, I've got my icing sugar in the bowl and a bit of butter. My cocoa powder goes in. Now I've got the kettle over there on the fire, so I think I've got written down about 1/3 of a cup of boiling water, plus a little bit extra. We're looking for a runny consistency, which I will show. So I'll just grab my So I'll start off with 1/3. It's a good basis to start on anyway. So as opposed to sort of being an icing, this more needs to be like a dipping sauce. So it needs to have a relatively runny consistency. You're looking, I'd say just runnier than honey. Probably not quite as much as say maple syrup, if that makes sense. If you make it too thick, when you sort of try to dip and turn the lamington in there, it just oozes off the sides and makes it hard. You need to be able to sort of dip them in and then sort of have it sort of dribble off, so you've got a nice thin coating. So that's not bad. Start a little bit better. All right. So from here, fine. I don't know where the tray comes from, but that looks about right to me. Makes it a bit easier. I'll just chuck you some coconut in the bottom here. Went to the supermarket yesterday. Said to Trace, "Have we got any coconut?" We didn't know if we had any, so anyway, I grabbed another bag. Bugger me, Deb, we've got 2 bags. Now, as it's been sitting for just that few seconds there, you can see it's starting to thicken up a bit more. I reckon what I'll do, I'm going to put that over there and that over there. What else do I need? I know what I need. I need to go get the Lamingtons. So I'll just duck over and snavel those. So I might see that corner. There we go. Helps to have a couple of forks to do this next bit.
Mr. Crow.
Okay, that's all I'm coated. All I need to do now, I'm going to chuck a bit of jam in now. Princess Peaches, who's currently not on camera, doesn't like raspberry jam. She wants strawberry jam. So
Wait, how are you?
I'm going to do raspberry jam. Nah. Beautiful. Just going to pipe a bit of the jam into the middle. I'll do that. And there I have my camp oven Lamingtons. I'll clean my hands and we'll do a bit of a taste test.
I've done so many things.
Fair enough. Anyway, so Lamingtons are done. Which one would you? Oh, well, I'll pick you one. How's that sound?
I want jam.
I know you want jam.
I would like jam.
I'm gonna cut it there.
Jam. What'd you...
I'm gonna say, oh, Princess Peaches here. She wanted strawberry, so
Don't do some strawberry jam.
I'm just saying I think raspberry's better.
No. Strawberry all the way.
No, stop. We all gotta have one piece of it. And we all...
I'm gonna...
Mother?
I'm about to... Mm-hmm. Strawberry better. Not strawberry. No. Strawberry. Not strawberry. Raspberry. Strawberry.
Mm.
Strawberry. Strawberry. Shut up. Strawberry. Raspberry. Strawberry.
Strawberry.
Thank you.
Isn't as good as the raspberry, I
Stitch up.
They're both good.
No, strawberry's best.
But
You don't like raspberry?
jam aside,
Bloody beautiful.
that is not a bad Lamington, I have to say. What I will do, I'll try one. I'll just try a plain one.
But they beautiful.
I want to try.
As you can see,
But they beautiful.
thanks, child. As you can see, like it's quite a nice structure in the middle. Not dry.
Jam to Lamington ratio.
Still space.
Yeah. I have to say, I'm mighty proud of that.
There's some more.
Oh, would you like to slurp on a cup of tea as well?
A bit too.
I thought you were grabbing it. You got it?
Hold on, I gotta get this Lamington down first. You've upgraded from a beer to a cup of tea.
Yeah.
Usually it's the other way around.
That's how I do things.
Usually you go from cup of tea to beer.
What do you think, Mum?
Yeah, mate, I like the plain better than the strawberry jam. Strawberry.
What about if it was raspberry jam?
Ah, shut up, strawberry. Yeah, I actually quite like them plain.
Well, I like to say that's a success. They're not all perfect, but that doesn't matter. They all taste the same. They cooked really well, not overcooked. It's all in your temperature range. And as I say, that's the first time I've cooked them in the camp oven. But it's just a cake, and I've cooked many cakes in there. So aim for that, sort of 185, 190 degrees. Give it, 20 to. Give yourself a bit of leeway there, 20 to 25 minutes, just for your temperature range, and rotate the oven for any hot spots, sort of halfway through the cook, and you shouldn't have any dramas. And if you do, well, try again. Practice makes perfect. So if you haven't subscribed, I'd appreciate that, and click the like button, share it around, let the word get around. I'm keen to try and make this grow a bit. And I've got a big list of things I want to cook, and things I haven't tried in the camp oven that I really want to, and I'll just see what I can come up with. And yeah, till next time, thanks for watching. I'll catch you later.
So the woolly tree mammoth Grinch.